Our attention is leaking everywhere, and today we are going to fix that. News, messages, notifications, scrolling, endless tabs, and the more we switch between all of these, the more our brain loses its ability to hold focus on that things that are truly important right now. And your attention is literally bleeding out. So let's stop this leak. And today I'll show you a neuroscience-based method that helps you to rebuild your attention in just a minute. And if you're new to Neurographica, I placed a short dedicated video in the description below, and you can also download the free beginner's guide with the step-by-step instruction, and you can also find it here. So let's begin. As far as this an express method, we won't draw the words for 2 minutes, and I already feel like I am attuned to the topic, and our topic is focus and attention. So we start with a big, chaotic, irregular shape. And this is exactly what a modern distracted brain looks like no boundaries, no structure, no hierarchy. Everything feels equally urgent, and attention basically just leaks everywhere. And with this, you simply externalize your overwhelm that you keep inside. And awareness is always the first step of transformation. After doing this, inside of this big shape, we are putting big circle. And circle is opposite to chaos. A circle has its structure, has its boundaries, pulls energy inward and creates clarity. And in neurobiology, circular forms, they activate systems of organization, of harmony, of safety, and this is where our focus forms. Structure appears inside the disorder, and this is the first boundary that you create in your mind. And you should remember that focus is not something that you have. This is something that you create. And now we create it. We create a visual tunnel from chaos to structure to precision. And now draw a smaller circle inside this one. And if you can, another one. Each one is tighter, clearer, and more intentional. Every circle changes your brain, reduce cognitive noise. Basically, your attention stops scanning everything in the world, strengthen your executive control, and calm down your emotional overwhelm. And even without noticing, you might already feel something like distractions are eliminated and you are more aligned with your internal state. And now we add neurographic lines. These lines are flowing, dynamic, organic, and neurographic line is the line that never repeats itself along any part of its way, and you never know where it goes. So it's completely unpredictable. And adding these lines, we start rounding. Today I will show you, as far as it is express algorithm, I will show you how make this rounding much faster than we usually do it. And with the rounding, you know that we are in building this new program of being focused, of being attentive inside our neural pathways in our brain. So we are creating new neural network. And you see, when we are doing rounding like this, it basically takes twice less time or even more to do it. But of course, in case you're drawing some I would say more serious algorithm. Of course, I would recommend you to stay with your work as long as possible, because 5 minutes will not be enough. And here we just need to act quickly. We need to bring back our attention as soon as possible. You see it relates very quickly. Of course, I prefer to stay a little bit longer with the drawing, but today we need to make everything as fast as possible. Maybe some of you are drawing this at work or might do it at work. Be more productive, more efficient. Just taking the break for a few minutes and you already feel better, more attuned to your work, to your tasks. And of course, you can take much smaller pieces of paper, and of course it will be much faster. If you are a beginner, of course the first time will be not that fast, might be a little bit challenging, and challenging of course for your brain, because you have never done it before, and our brain is not very happy when we do something the first time. So just don't stop, keep doing, and you will get your result, well, as always. And you see, our primary shape is almost dissolved. That's our goal here, to dissolve it, so we don't see this chaos, we see more like structure. And of course, at the next step, don't forget to add neurographic line over the circles, because they need to look alive for our brain. I forgot that I was doing it with a different marker, but okay. Actually, I don't like this express algorithms, because I want to spend as much time as possible with the drawing, and I just really enjoy doing it. So I'm just remind myself that I need to do it faster, because each time I want to add another line and enjoy the process even more. Now add a few more lines where we connect our composition with the field. And as you see, it dissolves the shape even more, so we almost do not see it. So we do not have this chaos, but make the rounding as smooth as possible, of course. And the next step is we are adding the color. I just immediately want to add the brightest colors that I have in the center, so that to put my attention here. And then I'm taking the colors which basically my hand wants to take. I take blue because I want to have some more calm, and you remember the main rule of adding the color is that two neighboring shapes, like 1, 2, they should be of the same color, at least 2 of them. But I usually prefer to input, you see, I missed some spots. I usually prefer to connect much bigger spaces with the same color. It creates some kind of scale, gives much more energy. so it doesn't look mosaic, and I prefer to do it this way. And if you feel like you want to add more lines, you can do it on every step. And I already feel that I want to add more lines. Lately, I'm using purple, blue very often because it symbolizes for me wisdom. The blue helps me to be calm. So lately, they are my favorite colors. And according to the rules, of course, in Neurographica, you should use highlighters and markers. And pencils are used usually for stylization in the final step, but I want to use pencils. I just feel like this. And of course, depending on the paper, for some paper it's better pencils, for some markers. Here actually markers are better because the surface of this paper is a little bit different than I got used to, but it's still okay. I don't know, I just feel that I need to emphasize this center immediately, this focus, and then dissolve everything that I need to dissolve. And as you remember that blue is also the color, so there is no need, so there is completely no need to put the color everywhere. So for example, I will leave it like this, and you see again I missed one spot. So in the very end, you can always check whether everything is okay and everything is colored, everything is rounded properly. And I start adding fill lines, and filled line is a thick line, and it symbolizes the energy that is much bigger than us. It can be quantum field, universe, creator, God, whatever resonates with you. But I believe that we all agree that there is something bigger than us that is helping us, that is guiding us. And with this line, we are showing that we are ready to get its help, to get its support. I guess for me, one line is enough. You can put more, it's up to you, depends on how you feel. And after this step, we are making our solution. It is called fixation, and the figure that we emphasize is the solution for our subconscious mind. And here, for me, it's definitely the circle, because I want to be focused, and this circle is what will help me. In general, all the work is about focus, and during all of the work we were going closer and closer to the center, to be focused on something one. I want to add a little bit. if you have time, you can spend more time with your drawing to make it yours, to make it to like it even more, add more color. I just want to emphasize this circle even more in extra color. And actually I can stay with one drawing forever. Like, for example, that is my previous drawing. And you see, that's what I was telling, like the different texture of the paper, and we see the colors completely different. So in case you have time, would be nice in case you spend at least from 5 more minutes giving the beauty, giving as beauty to your drawing. But if it's not, I'm really grateful that you joined me. And if you like this tutorial, I would be grateful for your comments. And of course, subscribe for the channel, because there is much more life-changing practices are coming. And of course, Christmas, making wishes. Of course, we will also do it. Thank you and have a nice day.